If you're paying for Google Workspace but only using Gmail and maybe Docs, you're leaving a ton of power on the table. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how creators and solopreneurs can actually use all the important tools. No fluff, just real workflows. We'll go through Gmail, Drive, Docs, Sheets, Calendar, Meet, Slides, Forms, plus a few hidden features that solve problems you probably deal with every single week. If your inbox is chaos, your files are scattered, and your content workflow lives in your head, this is your 2026 roadmap to fix it. Let's get started. If you've ever missed a client email because it got buried under newsletters and random notifications, Gmail can feel like the enemy. Let's turn it into your command center instead. What if a sponsor or client emails you once, and 3 days later you can't even find the thread? Let's make sure that never happens. Go to gmail.com and log into your Gmail account. Put your username and password, then click Next. Once you are in, click the settings gear in the top right, then See All Settings. Next, open the Labels tab and click Create New Label. Name it Priority Clients and hit Create. Now go to the Filters and Blocked Addresses tab and click Create a Filter. In the From field, type something like @agency.com or your client's domain. Click Create Filter, check Apply the label, and choose Priority Clients. Finally, click Create Filter again to save. Now, every email from those clients auto-lands in a priority folder. No more hunting, no more missed opportunities. If you feel like you live inside your inbox, just clicking around with your mouse, keyboard shortcuts are how you get your time back. First, you enable the Shortcuts feature. Press the question key by pressing Shift, then /. You will see the Keyboard Shortcuts dialog window open. Press Tab once. You will see the Enable button. Press Enter. Now you can use the keyboard shortcut feature. Now you can use the keyboard shortcuts for your emails. Let's try it. Click any email first. Press E on your keyboard. See how it instantly archives the message? Press C to open a brand new email. Press R to reply to the one you're viewing. Learn a handful like these, and your daily email time drops dramatically. You know that sinking feeling when you send an email and immediately spot a typo, or worse, the wrong recipient? The Undo Send feature is your panic button. In your Gmail account, go back to the Settings icon. Click on See All Settings, then go to the General tab. Find Undo Send. Click on the drop-down menu on the right side and change the timer to 30 seconds. Now, every time you hit send, you've got 30 seconds to pull that email back before it reaches anyone. Absolute lifesaver. If you've ever spent 10 minutes just trying to find the final version of a script or logo, your drive isn't working for you. Let's fix that. With every project, it's easy to accumulate random files scattered across downloads, email, and your desktop. The solution is a simple, repeatable folder structure. First, go to drive.google.com, then log in, like you did with your Gmail account. In this example, I already signed in. Go to the left margin, click on the plus sign icon, which is the new folder icon. You will see a pop-up window. Name the new folder Client Projects. Open it by clicking on the Client Projects folder. On the drop-down menu, click on New Folder. You will see a pop-up window. Type the name of your subfolders. In this example, we will make 3 subfolders. The first is the Active subfolder. The second is the Archive subfolder, and the third is the Templates subfolder. In the future, you can drag your current projects into the Active folder, the finished ones into Archive folder, and reusable documents into the Templates folder. To drag a file, simply point your cursor on a file, left-click your mouse, then drag it in the folder. Now, every project has a clear home, and your confusion disappears from your vocabulary. Have you ever shared a file with someone and they accidentally edited or deleted something important? That's a permissions problem. Let's fix that. First, right-click a file and choose Share. Type in the person's email. Under General Access, you can choose between Anyone with the link can view for easy sharing, or Restricted to keep the permission to the person you shared the file with. You stay in control, and your files stay safe. If your work stops every time your Wi-Fi drops, you're giving the internet too much power. Here's how you deal with this problem. Click the Settings gear in Drive and click on Settings in the drop-down menu. On the left margin, click on the General tab. Scroll down the page and enable Offline by checking the box next to it. Now you can keep working on key files even on planes, in cafes with bad Wi-Fi, or during outages. Everything syncs when you reconnect. If you find writing scripts or proposals challenging because of potential typing issues, I have good news. Google Docs can mitigate these problems. Let me show you how. Do you hate having to type your documents, losing your train of thought along the way? Google Docs has a dictation feature that will make it easier. First, go to docs.google.com and sign in, the same way you did with Gmail and Google Drive. I already did this in this example. Choose a document to use. In this example, I am using a blank document. Put your cursor on the blank document, located on the top left side of the page, which has a big plus sign on it. Click on it, and a new blank document pops up. Go to the top of the page to the menu bar. Click Tools, scroll down, and click on Voice Typing. You will see a microphone icon show up on the left margin. Click the microphone icon. Now you can start speaking. Docs types everything for you, even punctuation. Talk your ideas out, then edit later. This saves you time and energy you can use to refine your writing. Have you ever edited a document, saved it, and then wished you could go back to how it was yesterday? That's where version history comes in. For this example, we will use a document previously created to show how this works. On the left side of the File menu, click File, scroll down, and then click on Version History. On the right margin, you will see the timeline of changes you made in this document. Click a previous version. If you like it better, hit the blue Restore this version button on the top of the page. You can safely experiment without losing earlier drafts. If you're still emailing Word docs back and forth to other people for feedback, you're wasting time and losing clarity. Here's a better way. Highlight any sentence or paragraph. Right-click your mouse. You will see a pop-up. Scroll to Comment. You will see a pop-up window on the right side of the page. Type a comment to the person you want feedback from. The person has to have a Gmail account. Say something like, "At name, can you review this section?" That person will get notified and can reply or resolve comments directly in the doc. No messy email chains. If spreadsheets feel intimidating, but you still need to track income, content, or deliverables, let's make Sheets do the heavy lifting. Here's how you do it. You don't need to become a spreadsheet nerd. You just need a few tools to answer. How much? What's the average? And is this good or bad? In this example, we will use a previously made spreadsheet. Let's use the Amounts tab in this Excel sheet. In an empty cell below the Amounts column, type equals, sum open parenthesis, B2, B4, close parenthesis, to add up the column range of numbers. To get the column average, type equals average open parenthesis, B2, B4, close parenthesis, to get the average. If you want to identify arbitrary high and low values, you can use the IF formula. In this sheet, on the Value column, if you want to identify the value of rent as high or low, put this formula, equals IFB, 1 greater than 100, high, low. As you can see, the rent category is valued as high. These three formulas handle most simple dashboards and trackers you'll ever need. If you're staring at rows of numbers and can't tell what's good or bad, you need your sheet to visually flag things for you. Here's how you do it. Let's use the same Excel sheet. Select your data. In this instance, select the Amounts column. On the top menu, go to Home, then click on Conditional Formatting. On the drop-down menu, click on Highlight Set Rules. Set a rule for greater than 100 and choose Green, Fill with dark green text. Now you can glance at your sheet and instantly see what's performing and what isn't. If your week feels like a blur of random meetings and no real focus time, Google Calendar can become your boundary tool. In this section, I'll show you a few ways to organize your schedule. If you're constantly thinking that you don't have enough time to do things, the real issue is your calendar, not your schedule. You can organize your time efficiently. Go to calendar.google.com and sign in like before. On the left margin, create an event. Click on the Create button, and on the drop-down, click Event. On the pop-up window, label an event called Deep Work. Underneath the label, Click on the date and time of your choice. In this instance, choose the time from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. from the drop-down menu. You can make this event repeat weekly by clicking on the Does Not Repeat drop-down menu and changing it to weekly. At the bottom of the pop-up window, click on More Options. Under the Add Notification section, you will see a colored circle. Change it to a blue color. You can do the same process to create other events and assigning other times and colors to differentiate them. Now your week clearly shows when you create, when you meet, and when you handle other tasks. If you're still struggling with scheduling meetings using email threads, you can let Calendar do that for you. Here's how you do it. On the left margin, click on the plus sign on the right side of Booking Pages. A bookable appointment schedule page will pop up. Label the page 30-minute consultation at the top. Set the appointment duration for 30 minutes on the drop-down menu. On the general availability section, set the frequency of your schedule. In this case, choose Does Not Repeat. On the daily schedule, set your availability times. If you want to make the whole week uniform, set your time in one of the days, then click on the square icon at the right side of that day. That will duplicate your schedule to the rest of the week. On the scheduling window, make the adjusted times on advanced times to schedule appointments. Create buffer windows by clicking on the Booked Appointment Settings section and adding buffer times per appointment, maximum number of appointments per day, and optional guest invitations. Finally, on the Calendar section, select what color you want to designate for this booking page. Once you are done, click Next, then Save. A new window will appear with your booking calendar. At the bottom, click on Copy Link and send it via email or Post-it so that people can schedule at their discretion. If your calendar is one giant rainbow of personal events, client calls, and deadlines, it's hard to see anything clearly. You can disentangle them easily. Let's go. On the left margin, scroll down to the Other Calendars section and click the plus next to it. On the drop-down menu, click on Create New Calendar. Name it Client Projects in this example. Type a description, adjust the time zone on the drop-down, then click the Save button. You can make as many calendars as you wish using the same procedure. If you've ever shared the wrong screen, exposed your notifications, or lost track during a call, Meet can be configured to protect you. It's easier than you think. Let's go. Sharing your entire screen and having private messages pop up is embarrassing. Let's avoid that. Here's how you do it. Go to meet.google.com and log in. Start an instant meeting. Click on the New Meeting button, and on the drop-down menu, click on the Start an Instant Meeting. A new screen will pop up. At the bottom of the screen, click on Share Screen. In the new window, you'll see three options. Entire screen if you must show everything, a window for a specific app, and tab for clean presentations. For most client calls, a single window or tab is the safest choice. If your slides look outdated or thrown together, but you're not a designer, slides templates are your shortcut. Have you ever spent hours tweaking fonts and layouts, and your deck still looks off? Frustrating, isn't it? Google Templates can fix that instantly. First, go to google.docs.com/presentation. Click on the blank presentation icon, which has a big plus sign. You will open to a new page. The template gallery is on the right margin. Choose the presentation template you wish to use. Now, you just swap in your text and images. Design is done. If you're scared of forgetting what to say or reading off your slides, Presenter View is your safety net. It's simple to make it. Let's go back to the template you chose from the last section. Click on Add All Slides, located at the bottom of the template section. This will add all the slides in that template into the slideshow. Click the Slideshow button, which is on top right side of the page. On the drop-down menu, click on Presentation Display option. Click on Present from Beginning and Full Screen. Then, press Start Slideshow. Your audience only sees the slides. To go to the next page, press Enter. If you're manually tracking feedback or using random survey tools, Forms gives you a free, simple way to collect structured responses. Let's do it together. If you have no idea how viewers discover your videos or offers, you're flying blind. Let's fix that right now. First, go to google.docs.com/forms. Click on Blank Form. You'll see a new form pop up. Title it Viewer Feedback at the top of the page. Change the first question to, "How did you find this video?" Click on the drop-down menu at the right side of the first question. Choose the format you want this survey to look. In this case, set it as a short answer question. You can add more features in your survey. On the right side of the page, there is a series of icons that represent extra features. The plus sign is the add question. The page with the arrow is the import page. The two T's are the add title and description. The square is the add image. The video icon is the add video. And finally, the two lines are the add section. After you complete your survey, click the Publish button at the top. You will get a link of the form. You can add this link to your emails or any other media to get direct insight from your audience in their own words. That's Google Workspace, from chaotic tools scattered everywhere to a cohesive system that actually supports your content business. Which Google Workspace app are you most excited to fix in your workflow? Gmail, Drive, Docs, Sheets, Calendar, Meet, or Forms? Drop it in the comments, and I might build a dedicated advanced tutorial around the most requested one. If you want more practical tech workflows like this, hit subscribe and turn on notifications.